Yeah.
Hi, my name's Brandon. If you hate going to the hospital, then this is the speech for you. If you listen, the main reason that most people go to the hospital is for broken bones. Well, if you listen to the speech carefully, you can learn to cast yourself. There are some stuff you're gonna need to cast someone. And then you're gonna need hose, and you put this you put this over the brake. Then you'll need some cotton. You wrap this over the hose. Then you're gonna need some plastic. Okay, and when you cast someone, you first have to set the broken area like the arm or leg. Then you have to put on the hose, which protects the skin from everything you're gonna do. So I'll put this on the broken leg here. And you should have a little bit sticking off here, just a little. Okay. Now, you're gonna need to wrap in cotton, and the reason you do this so when you put the plaster on, the cotton also helps keep the bone in place. So you wrap the cotton around the broken area, like so. And you just want to get a couple good layers over the broken area. This is not very hard to do. Okay, so I'm wrapping the broken part of the body in cotton. My hose is already on. And you need to make sure you put this on good, because if you ever cast someone or yourself, if you don't put enough hose or cotton on, you're going to be in big trouble. Okay. Now that the cotton's on the broken part of the leg, you're going to need to put on some plaster. Here, so here's the plaster. When you get the plaster open, you have to be quick about this and not let it get exposed to too much air. So now you dip the plaster in warm water, like so, and then you squeeze all the water out. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to need to put on some gloves, because when that plaster gets on there and it starts to dry, I'm going to be in big trouble. So you put the gloves on, like so. Need to make sure that you get the gloves on right so that it works. Can't get my finger up in it. Can't put the other glove on. Some people put the gloves on before they get the plaster in, but okay, now you get the gloves on. The plaster you let dry for a couple seconds. Now you make sure that all that water's out of there, because you want to dry just right. Next, you take it and you're gonna start to put it over the cotton area here. So I'm gonna we're gonna start wrapping now. You just wrap over the cotton area. Make sure you wrap real good. bit. Now the reason for putting the plaster on last is you don't want to put it on first because it hurts. This is kind of the tricky part because it's already starting to dry as you put it on, and it gets a little hard to work with. This would be a good step for casting yourself. Okay, now that it's almost on, here, see it's already started to dry just a little bit. That's good, that means we got all the water out of it, and that could help out a lot because it's not as hard when you get all the water out of it. Okay. Make sure you layer it just right because we want to make sure the bone stays where it needs to stay. And it's already starting to get hard. Okay, you want to get it just right where you can shape it where you want it to be. Okay. Alright, you're almost finished. See, it's not so hard. Okay, when you run out of plaster, you're going to want to find a spot, stick it on, and make sure the whole area is covered. Next, you want to let it dry, but first you have to rub it. So you can rub all the creases and stuff out and make sure that the cast is fully wrapped on. See, it's already getting pretty dry there. Alright, we're doing this good now. Okay, and it's getting pretty hard, as you can see. And we've got it pretty much just the way we want it. Want to get it rubbed down here, get it dry, kind of squeeze it so it takes the form of the broken area, but not too hard. You don't want to hurt your patient. Okay, good. And you want to let it set for about 2 minutes to let the plaster fully set in and get on there good. Alright. Okay, there's your cast. And there's really not that much putting a cast on. You just need your hose, your cotton, and your plaster. Then you let it dry. The skill could come in very handy for you one day, as long as you have the proper material. But now that the cast is dry, you sort of get the idea of how it would be if this was a real person. Thank you. How'd I do?